Aloha and welcome to the resources section of Katie Does Her PGCE. While I was on placement, I bought a lot of different resources, mainly because sometimes there weren't a great amount of resources and sometimes they fueled creativity and sort of gave me things to do in the classroom. So I'm just going to go through some of the things I've bought. A teacher's haul, if you will. Pretend I'm Zoella, but less glamorous and a teacher. So in fact, nothing like her, because, yeah, moving on. So, this first thing that I just enjoy playing with constantly, it's called a tangly. And you just move it about, twist it, you can bend it, you can shape it, you can coil it up. This I got for when I was learning about ADHD, and I read somewhere that these are really effective for learners who just need to be busy with their hands. So I like this. It's better than them playing with staplers and doing noisy things. They can just sort of sit there quietly. You have to sort of be cautious that they don't get too carried away with it, but this can be quite a good useful tool for learners with ADHD. So a tangly. I think I got this on eBay for like £3 and I love it. I sit and play with it all day. It keeps my hands lovely and busy. Brilliant. Next, I'm going to go on to timers. Yes, these lovely things. Got the label on that one. This is more of a household decorative item, but I really like it. And this is an education one. And this one, but I think it's blocked, so that's no good. Yes, these lots of little sand timers. These I found really useful for the student and for myself. So if I say this one's for 5 minutes, so I can be like, right, we've got 5 minutes, turn it over. When the sand runs out, the students know and I know that activity is finished. Really good, also good for learners with like ADHD or any sort of other learning difficulty who need like a visual timer. I've used this as well to challenge young people. So when I was teaching maths one-on-one at the Prue, I had one learner who just was like basically a bit lazy. And so I was like, I challenge you to do 2 worksheets by the time this timer has run out. And he actually really liked it, and it actually really worked, and I was quite shocked at how effective it was. So yeah, these are quite expensive. They're like £10 on Amazon, and they come in different colours and different times and stuff. I just chose pink and 5 minutes because I thought that's quite a nice round number. So that's good. This is a little egg timery one, which appears to be a bit blocked, so I'm not quite sure how to rectify that. I don't know if you can take them apart. Probably not, because they're safe. But yeah, these you can get quite cheap. They come with like some games as well, so you don't even necessarily need to like invest a lot of money in those. And this one I got from Dunelm Mill for £2. It's like a house decoration and it is made out of glass, but I just think it's really cute. And I don't know how long it's for, but I'll find a way to use it. It doesn't, get smashed. So yeah, timers, good things there. They are. This is one of my favourite things that I've bought this year. This is a set of 4 barnyard answer buzzers. So this can create any sort of assessment for learning quiz into something a bit more fun. I will just show you. So they're like this, and they make little farmyard noises. So we've got the cow, the dog, the horse, and the annoying chicken. The one thing I will say about these is use it with learners who aren't just going to sit there and... Generally I just do it. But generally I've used these in revision and stuff, and they just bring it alive. I think learners see them and like, that's really fun and cool. And you can get like different ones. I chose the farmyard ones mainly because they were cheaper and I thought, oh, fun. But you can also get different light up ones, different ones with colours, ones where you can record your own noises, which when I start my job is probably going to be an investment if I do use these enough, but I really like them, so yeah, recommend. Let's see, what else have we got? I'm going to go for a simple one now. Basically, what I do take with me is like, this is my little teachery bag on wheels. Oh yeah. And I always have it filled with like essential things I think, oh, I'm going to need them. Sorry, they're on the floor, which is why I'm bending down a lot. Let me just gather. Do a little bit of a gather. Okay, so this is like stationery and stuff. So this thing is reward stickers. Now you have to sort of gauge your learner. This worked quite well in the Prue, but I don't know how well FE students will take to this. So I'm going to sort of just have a go. But this was £1 and it's just a whole book of different, like, well done, great. I know they're sort of primary schoolish, but actually I love a good sticker and you can make fun of it out of it. Like my sister's a science teacher at high school and she says she's like, if you do this, I'll give you a ridiculous looking blah, blah, blah. And the students quite like it if you make it a bit silly. But I just kind of like the idea of that. And also like terrific stamp and nice work. These can just be fun when you've like done some marking or whatever. And just, I don't know, I just sort of like this. It worked well in the Prue. I'm going to try it out in FE. I don't know if it will necessarily work, but I do like the idea of like stamps and positivity and praise. That does it for me. I like it. So yes, I always have some sort of reward stuff in there. Post-it notes. Post-it notes can have so many uses. Making notes for yourself, notes for students, use them to assess learning, use them to write ideas on, use them to order things. Post-it notes, brilliantly useful, so cheap, and yeah, and I really like these speech bubble ones. I thought they were quite cool. So yes, post-its are always in my bag. This is an obvious one, isn't it? Pens. You can get your own pens so cheap. I know most places provide them, blah, 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 but I always have a pack of pens in my little teaching trolley thing. So I've always got them. I can always write on a whiteboard. Really useful. Can't do without them. As well as the pencil case, in which I have 1,000,001 biros for students who forget pens, or so I can mark work. I've bought quite a lot of like funky coloured pens. I don't know if I can find any. They're all sort of like in the bottom, but like different fine liners and stuff for marking. Like you're not meant to use red, so I've got like greens and pinks and purples and other colours. So yeah, stationery is your friend as a teacher. You will always need a pen at some point in your career. Brilliant. Next thing is another teacher you need to be organised-y thing. And that's these little weekly planners. So you've got an A4 one, or like your to-do list. I love lists. Oh, they do things. They're so useful. This one's like got your week overview, weekend, other stuff. It's just a really good way to plan like what resources you might need, what lessons you're teaching, if you've got meetings. They fit into a notebook. This one fits in my diary. Just love these, and it's pretty, and I got it from Wilkinson's for like £2. So again, not a big investment, but something that's really practical and useful. So I like that, I do. And yeah, finally, games. Games are your friend. There's nothing wrong with having fun in your classroom. Now this Bananagram, I got at a boot fair for £1. It had never been used. I was like winning. I was like, you just sold this for £1. These are like a tenner online. Loving it. And inside the banana there's loads of little like different letters, and so you can use it to like make words or give everyone a letter and they've got to come up with something to do with a particular subject, or just to play games and, you know, embed a bit of literacy in your lesson. Brilliant fun. And small, compact, easy to carry around, and nice. Sometimes there's nothing wrong with playing a good game. Well, Bali, I just have to bring into this. This is a game we found in our cupboards at the Prue. I'm like, oh, what's that? Let's play. This is the best game ever. It's actually called Wobbly, or we call it Wobbly. If you want a fun game to play with people, do this. You've got to be okay with mess though, because it's 98 balls that could just fly everywhere, but you know, brilliance in that game. And finally, if we talk in resources, which we are, this is from my 6-week placement block. It's so full it won't shut. These are loads of resources that I've made and kept Now, when I start my new job, I'm probably not going to be teaching level 1 sex education, but you never know when you might need to do it again. So I've kept everything from the health and social care I've been teaching, all the worksheets, all the lesson plans, all the PowerPoints are all in here, everything. And it's just so useful because it's also an idea bank, so you can come back to it whenever you want and be like, oh, that worked well, I'm going to do that again. So I've got things in here like make your own. I normally laminate this, make little tiles, do a Blockbusters game, and you can put that on the board as well. Just like when I did contraception, laminating big pictures, learners enjoy that. So yeah, I think keeping your paper resources in a nice organised file like this one, so organised. So yeah, those are just literally a handful of the resources that I've had fun with and used. Oh, another one which I will mention, although this video is long, sorry, is this. And this is my PowerPoint clicker. I think this was like £10 or something on Amazon, and it's pink, so I was like, yes, totally the one for me. And you just like pull that out, plug it in the computer, and you're away with your PowerPoint. I bought it because it just gave me more freedom around the classroom. I felt like if I'm having to constantly go and tap at a computer, it's not practical. This, brilliant. So yeah, I would recommend a PowerPoint clicker. So you can move about your classroom, and when you're sitting and talking to someone, you can flick between slides, and yeah. So I've got dust in my throat, sorry. I hope you've enjoyed my little resource haul. Very long video, sorry. But yeah, just save resources, brilliant, make the most of it. Once you bought them, you've got them, do you know what I mean? So an investment, be creative, and keep your classroom fun and energetic. And yeah, thank you for watching. Katie Does Happy to see you, the longest video ever.